Magandang araw mga kasor! Ngayong araw ay makakasama natin ang mga math teachers ng Hulo Integrated School para i-discuss ang Week 2 ng ating module. Ngunit bago ang lahat ay bigyan muna natin ng pagpupugay ang mga tao sa likod ng programang ito. Sa ating officer in charge, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romela M. Cruz, to our Chief Education Supervisors, Ma'am Emma A. Rubio and Dr. Aline G. Mendoza, and to our EPS in Mathematics, Sir Restituto Rodelas. I also want to acknowledge the presence of our very supportive principal, Dr. Nympha A. Matabang, sa mga kapwa ko guro, sa aming mga mahal na mag-aaral at mga magulang. Alam ko excited na kayo.
Now, to give her inspirational message, here is the very hardworking and kind principal of Hulo Integrated School, Dr. Nympha A. Matabang.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence Labol, for the introduction. Maganda at makabuluhang araw po sa lahat. Malaking karangalan ko ang mapasama sa isa na namang edisyon ng Project SOAR para sa grades 1 to 12. Nais ko munang batiin ang mga mag-aaral, mga home learning partners, ng mga magulang at mga tagapangalaga, mga guro na magpipresent ng lessons sa grade 1 to 12, sa Education Program Supervisor ng Math na siyang utak ng proyektong ito, Ginoong Resty Rodelas. Ang Project SOAR ay isang magandang programa ng DepEd Mandaluyong na may layuning paigtingin pa ang pagpapahalaga ng mga mag-aaral sa pagkatuto ng mga konsepto sa mga natalakay ng mga aralin sa matematika. Mahalaga ang pagbabalik-aral upang lubos na maunawaan at matandaan ang mga napag-aralang konsepto. I would like to thank the teachers of Hulo Integrated School who will be presenting the video lessons for grade 1 to 10. The math coordinators for elementary, Mrs. Janet Manuel. For junior high school, Mrs. Roxanne Banico. For they have exerted extra effort and they went out of their way to prepare the video lessons. I salute you for your dedication, love, and concern to the learners. Teachers, continue your good works. To the learners, these video lessons are for you. Have fun and enjoy the video lessons in math. May God bless us all. Thank you, everyone.
So now, let me introduce our presenter for today. Born and raised in Isabela Province, he is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics at University of Baguio, where he also took up his Master of Education major in Educational Management. He formerly worked at Rex Group of Companies and DIWA Learning Systems. Our very handsome and athletic Grade 7 Math teacher, Sir Kerry John Castillo.
Good day, students. My name is Sir Kerry. So for today, we're going to discuss the conversion of measurements from one unit to another in both metric and English system. Okay, to begin with, what is the objective of today's topic? Of course, to convert metric and English measures from one unit to another. So why do we need to learn conversion? So the metric system provides a universal language for measurements that can be understood regardless of where you're from or what language you speak. In other words, meron kasing ibang bansa na gumagamit ng ibang measurement, which is the English system. And then, dito sa Pilipinas, we are using metric system. Ibang bansa din, karamihan sa ibang bansa gumagamit ng metric system. So, in order for us to compare measurements, we need to convert one system to another, which is English to metric or vice versa. Para makita natin or mas madaling ma-figure out yung mga measurement. Mas madaling mag-compare ng measurements kapag pareho sila ng units. Okay, let's start with length. Pag sinabing length, we are measuring distance or haba ng isang object. So this kind of measurement is in English system. So to begin with, 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches. Another thing, 1 yard is equivalent to 36 inches. And 1 yard is also equivalent to 3 feet. And 1 mile is equivalent to 5,280 feet. Okay, moving on. Another measurement na length from English to metric system. So, ito yung mas familiar tayo dito sa metric system. Kasi nga, here in the Philippines, we are using metric system. So, if we're going to convert 1 inch to centimeter, that is equivalent to, yung 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. Also, 1 foot is also equivalent to 0.3048 meters. 1 yard is also equivalent to 0.9144 meters. And 1 mile is equivalent to 1,609.344 meters. Okay, moving on. We also have area. Pag sinabing area, normally ang mini-measure natin dito sa area is pieces of land. So, kung yung tatay nyo o nanay nyo may ari-arian or lupa, ito ang ginagamit sa pagma-measure. So, from English to English system. So, let's start. 1 square foot in symbol, FT, yung feet o kaya foot, raised to the power of 2. So, ang superscript, yung 2 nasa taas. Ang basa dyan, square feet or square foot. So, 1 square foot is equal to 144 square inches. Kung mapapansin nyo, kapag square, ang power niya is 2. Naka-raise sa power of 2. Okay? Moving on. 1 square yard is equal to 9 square feet. Also, 1 acre is equal to 43,560 square feet, and 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. If we also convert English system to metric system, pagdating sa area, ito yung mga yon. 1 square inch is equivalent to 6.45 square centimeters. Also, 1 acre is equivalent to 0.405 hectares. And 1 square yard is equivalent to 0.36 or 0.836 square meters. Okay, pagdating naman sa math, sa English to English system, ito yung medyo hindi tayo familiar. But some other countries like US, they are using pound or pounds sa kanilang mass or timbang. So, ano yung mga equivalent ng mga yan? So, 1 pound in symbol, LB ang pound. Tandaan nyo ha, 1 pound is equivalent to 16 ounces or oz in symbol. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Okay, pagdating naman sa volume, pag sinabing volume kasi, this is the amount of space that a substance or object occupies. So, from English system to English system muna tayo. To begin with, 1 cubic foot is equivalent to 1,728 cubic inches. Kung mapapansin nyo sa units niya, pag sinabing cubic kasi, ang power niya is 3. So, FT, that's for feet or foot, raised to the power of 3. So, ang basa dyan, cubic foot or cubic feet. Okay, moving on. 1 cubic yard is equal to 27 cubic feet. And 1 cord is equal to 128 cubic feet. 1 tablespoon is equal to 3 tablespoons. Also, 1 cubic ounce is equal to 2 tablespoons. And 1 cup is equivalent or equal to 8 fluid ounces. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. 1 gallon is equivalent to 4 quarts. And also, 1 gallon is also equal to 128 fluid ounces. So, from volume, we have to convert English to metric system. Ito yung medyo familiar na tayo kasi ginagamit natin to dito sa Pilipinas. So, yung 1 cubic inch is equivalent to 16.39 milliliters or ml. So, medyo familiar na tayo dito sa metric system na to. 1 pint is equal to 0.4732 liters. Also, 1 quart is equivalent to 0.9463 liters. And 1 gallon is equivalent to 3.7853 liters. And 1 cubic foot is equivalent to 0.0283 cubic meters. O, diba? Yung mga to, nakikita na natin to lagi-lagi pag bumibili tayo ng soft drinks. Liters ang ginagamit. So, the question is, how do we convert metric system to English system or vice versa? So, ito yung sagot. If you are changing a larger unit to a smaller unit, then multiply. But if you are changing a smaller unit to a larger unit, then divide. So, tandaan, kapag malaki unit going to smaller unit, ang ginagawa natin, nagmo-multiply. Kapag maliit na unit, kino-convert natin into a larger unit, then nagdi-divide tayo. So, gawin natin. Okay, let's apply yung rule natin. Example number 1. So, we have 50 feet. So, let's convert that into inches. So, here's the solution. We know that 1 feet or 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches, right? So, anong mas malaki? Yung foot or yung inches? Ano mas malaki? Of course, yung foot. So, converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, then we multiply. So, ibig sabihin, etong feet na to, i-convert natin sa mas maliit na unit. So, kapag nag-convert tayo ng mas malaking unit to a smaller unit, we multiply. Knowing that 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches, we simply multiply. So, 20 times 12 is equal to 240. Saan nakuha yung 20? Ito yon. Yung 12. Since 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches, just simply multiply 20 and 12 to get 240. So, ang sagot is 240. So, ibig sabihin, 20 feet is equivalent to 240 inches. Okay, next example. Example number 2. So, we have 24 inches. We're going to convert that into yard. So, paano ang gagawin natin? We know that 36 inches is equivalent to 1 yard. Tama? So, anong mas malaki? Inches or yard? Of course, yard ang mas malaki. So, if we're going to convert smaller unit to a larger unit, we divide. So, anong gagawin natin? Of course, magdi-divide tayo. Knowing that 36 inches is equivalent to 1 yard. So, simple lang. So, we have 24, ito yun, 24 inches divided by 36. So, that is equivalent to 0.6666 or approximately 0.67. So, sagot is 24 inches is equivalent to 0.67 yard. We also have another method of converting metric system to English system or vice versa. This is known as the dimensional analysis or the unit factor method. So what is this method? Okay, in this method, you are going to multiply the given unit by a conversion ratio which shows the unit you want in the numerator and the units you already have in the denominator. So, ang method na to, it's actually purely cancellation method lang ng mga units based dun sa conversion ratio natin. Okay, tingnan natin yung mga examples. Okay, let's apply the method. Example number 1. 40 ounces is equivalent to how many kilograms? So here is the solution. Step number 1. List all the conversions that are used in the example. So ano yung mga pwede natin gamitin? Of course, so we know that 1 ounce is equivalent to 28.35 grams based dun sa previous slide, di ba? Meron din tayong 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. Okay, what is the step number 2? So number 2, place all the conversions and their respective units as a ratio. Ibig sabihin, gawin nating fraction. I-multiply natin as fraction. So ganito ang mangyayari. So 40 ons, saan nakuha to? So ito yon, 40 ons times. Kunin natin yung conversion ratio dito sa una. Yung 1 ons is equal to 28.35. Gagawin natin tong ratio. So, 1 ons is equivalent to 28.35 grams. Take note, dapat yung ons nasa baba para itong numerator mag-cancel out ito at saka ito. Gawin natin. So, mag-cancel out numerator to denominator. So, this ons na to, cancel out, magka-cancel out. Since ito nasa numerator, the other one is denominator. Hindi natin pwedeng pagbaliktarin yung dalawa kasi nga dapat nasa numerator yung isa nasa denominator. Gets? Multiplied by. So, yung 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000. So, ito yung placing natin. Gaya ng sabi ko, dapat magkakaroon ng cancellation yung mga units. So, kapag grams yung nasa taas, therefore, grams din ang ilalagay natin sa baba para mag-cancel yung dalawang unit. So, ito, cancel out ito, cancel out ito, ang matitira yung kilogram na lang. And then, what will we do? Just simply multiply yung mga numbers sa numerator. Or yung mga numerators, just simply multiply that. So, 40 times 28.35 times 1 and then divided by 1,000. So, that is equivalent to 1.134 or that is rounded off 1.13 kilograms na lang siya. Okay? Moving on. Okay, another example. Example number 2. So, how if we have 670 liters, convert that into gallons? Paano yan? Okay. Following these steps. Step number 1, list all the conversions that are used in the example. So we know that 1 gallon is equal to 3.7853 liters. And then, step number 2, place all the conversions and their respective units as a ratio. Start na natin. So, 670, saan nakuha yun? Ito, 670 liters times, since ang liter dito nasa numerator, it follows that yung sa conversion unit natin, nasa baba ang liters. So, meaning to say, 1 gallon is equivalent to or 1 gallon over 3.7853 liters. Para pwede nating i-cancel yung liters sa numerator and denominator. Again, pag nag-cancel tayo, numerator over denominator. So, what is left? We have to multiply numerators times numerator or multiply all the numerators divided by the denominator. 670 times 1, of course, 670 pa din, divided by 3.7853. So, that is equal to 1.77.0005. Or approximately, that is equal to 177 gallons. Okay? So therefore, 670 liters is equivalent to 177 gallons. Okay, another example. Okay, this is example of problem solving that involves conversion of units from metric to English or English to metric system. So the problem is, Lola Flora wants to cook kare-kare for her apo, Cardo. She went to the market to buy 3 kilos of pork. How many pounds of pork did Lola Flora bought? Okay, looking at the problem, the given is 3 kilos of pork. However, the question is, how many pounds of pork did Lola Flora bought? So meaning to say, we're going to convert 3 kilos into pounds. Okay. So we have this. So 3 kilogram is how many pounds based on the problem. So this is the solution. Of course, we have to list all the conversions that are used in the example. Okay, we know that 1 pound is equal to 0.4536 kilogram. And then next step, we have to place all the conversions and the respective units as a ratio. So ito yun. So 3 kilos, you have this. Again, we use the conversion ratio. So from 1 pound over 0.4536 kilos. Again, magka-cancel ang kilos sa numerator, and then the other one is in the denominator. So matatanggal yung kilogram. So ang matitira is pound. So just simply multiply 3 times 1 is equal to 3 divided by 0.4536, or that is equal to 6.613756, or that is 6.6 pounds. Okay? So therefore, 3 kilos is equivalent to 6.6 pounds. Okay, these are the steps in solving problems involving measurements. First step, read the problem carefully and identify what are the given data. Second, think of what strategy to use to be able to solve for the problem. Third, apply the plan. And lastly, check your solution if it is correct. Okay, let's apply all the steps in solving problems involving measurement in this example. Okay, this is an example. Gob's mother is preparing for his birthday party. How many grams of spaghetti will she need to feed 70 guests if a kilo can feed 9 guests? So this is the solution in the problem. We have to identify first what is the given. So a kilo of spaghetti can feed 90 guests. Okay, what is asked? How many kilograms of spaghetti is needed to feed 70 guests? And then this is the plan. Actually, we can use ratio and proportion. 1 kilogram of spaghetti is to 9 guests. Or that is equal to n kilogram of spaghetti is to 70 guests. So we can apply cross multiplication. So 1 times 70 is equal to 9n. And then 1 times 70, of course, that is 70. And then 9 times n is 9n. So then we divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of n. So we divide both sides by 9. Divided by 9, cancel na to. What is left? It's n. So the value of n is 7.7 or approximately 8 kilograms. So therefore, 8 kilograms is actually equivalent to 8,000 grams. We know that 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. So therefore, 8 kilograms is equivalent or equal to 8,000 grams. So the final answer is Gob's mother needs 8,000 grams of spaghetti to feed 70 guests. Okay, if no more questions, we have to summarize what we have learned from today's topic. Okay, English system requires a conversion ratio or unit factor to convert one unit to another. And a conversion ratio or unit ratio is equal to 1. And then this ratio carries the names of the unit to be used in the conversion. It can be used for conversions within the metric and English system as well as for the conversion between the systems. The conversion ratio is based upon the concept of equivalent values. Okay, we also discussed how to solve problems involving measurement. So these are the steps in solving the problem. First, we have to read the problem carefully and identify what are the given data. Second, we have to think of what strategy to use to be able to solve the problem. Third, we have to apply the plan. And lastly, we have to check the solution if it's correct. Okay, thank you very much guys. I hope you learned from this topic.